Him said first, me say, me never want to be a part of the system. But them say, him couldn't just not go into that part of the, like, change locations because becoming a witness, testifying against whoever I'm testifying against, he may already become a part of the program and him daffy, him done already start. Him say, them tell him say it must work.
Yo, I really government think with this corrupted system we have in Jamaica, land we love, them are going like Jamaica is Miss Goody to show off a country. No, we corrupt no blood clot. From the head to the toe corrupt. You see, that is why you never
influence. If you remember when Movado and I had that little feud a few years ago, we even went to King's house, which is like the home of the Prime Minister. And they were telling us that, oh, we're leading the kids astray, and if we don't stop what we're doing, we're not going to get any permission.
man's friend them we soon all about the place with a power up and down and I drive up them car and I go to them yard and I collect payola from them. And then need to check out some of the superiors who are also police officers who are also well known.
Now the prosecutors are saying that they will be relying on key witnesses or key witness statements. This is not a good thing for the prosecution. Now the article reads, man regrets becoming state witness. Now it says, a man who witnessed a murder more than a decade ago says he regrets becoming a part of the witness protection program and is encouraging others to think twice before making that decision. This does seem good for the Jamaican judicial system. Now the man whose identity is of course hidden and is being referred to as John Brown says he has been under the program for the past 12 years and it has taken away his independence. He said although the court matter in which he testified is over, he has yet to be discharged from the program and believes he's been treated unfairly while in said program. He says, and I quote, it's not a nice thing because some of the time them only treat you good when the case are gone. But after that, things are right. When the case are gone, anything them tell me to do, do it. And now it done, them a tell me say, them can't get me on my phone. He also said, me not expect them to take care of me all of my life. But after 10 years, I am expected to get some start back into life. The man who admitted that he breached the program protocols by visiting Kingston said he's desperate to have his story aired as he needs assistance for his daughter. Yo, we're gonna hear details of the story and true people hardly hear things like this. Yo, him said recently his daughter was placed in a prominent high school, which is something good. You know what I mean? Whoever she be, big her up, congratulations, that's definitely something good. Despite all of the things that my family go through, she don't know about this. She grew up come see her mother and her father go through a situation. But still, she do well in her school and pass for a prominent high school. But he must say, he's unable to even pay the register fee. And you're gonna hear why. Brown said at the time, when he joined the program, he was living in a family home and doing construction work. He was quoted as saying, I wasn't paying any money or rent for the place where I was living in at the time. He said his life was comfortable because he was getting jobs as a mason. He said at the time his daughter was a newborn. He said the authorities moved him and his baby mother to somewhere that they deemed as safe for him at the time while the child was gone. He said first, me say, me never want to be a part of the system. But them say him couldn't just not go into that part of the like change locations because becoming a witness, testifying against whoever I'm testifying against, he may already become a part of the program and him daffy, him done already start. Him say, them tell him say it mustn't work because that's a risk exposure. People might see in certain place and you know what I mean? Him say he was told not to work and them are going to take care of the family. Him say at the time, them pay the rent, provide groceries and so on. But him say but after the case finish, and I think he must say about 3 years ago now the case finished. So that's when I can very lengthy trial. Him say about 3 years ago now, the case finished. Him say him feel like he's been shut out. But them can't just shove him out of the system like that. He said he still receives a stipend for food and other necessities, but he may be homeless. Very soon he was quoted as saying, him said, it's like them want to stop pay the rent, and when them pay it, it come late. So the landlord give him and him family notice. Them want to take care, and him said them don't want to take care of them daughter back to school supplies. So because of that, him can't pay the registration fee or collect our package. And he must remember that them say him not for work. Now tell me what you think apart. And it still go farther than that. But thus far, this person I say he not believe going into the program or becoming a part of the program was the best thing for him. And this is one of the people that get sent overseas, it look like. It look like this is somebody that was just sent somewhere else on the island. Because it's a break protocol and visit somewhere I'm trying to visit, somewhere in Kingston. But obviously it's not like he lives somewhere, you know what I mean? No, him say, in case manager, I guess that's the person who assigned to the case, suggested that he should venture into animal or poultry rearing. But Brown said that is impossible, seeing that he resides on a rented property. He was quoted as saying, "Me ask if me can get a little ride so me can go run some taxi," and I ask. And he must say, "Yeah, them asking if him mad." And seeing that the meeting not working in the first place, they must say, if it doesn't look work now, since the trial is over. Basically, the reason why it's so like they must say if it's mad are because they no plan to really pay for the vehicle. Him say right now, he must have my family members there in the speed. We don't know if because he testify or, you know, what go on with him and his family them. But he must say basically to how him see it, the program won't care about individuals while a case that take place. Which are the same thing we hear people overseas say. In some scenarios, people have been sent overseas. We say the same thing where the jury foreman, that was one of the jurors on the Vybz Kartel trial, she was sent overseas. She was also sent overseas. And she had complained. She said when she did her yard, she was a wealthy businesswoman. And them sent her overseas and she had to left her business and all them something. And see it over the same jury situation, the murder conviction quash. So they approved her life for nothing, some would say. And she have to left her business and the whole of what she had do. She can live overseas where she have to probably work. And have to pay for where she live. She probably own her own home. She have her own business, more likely she own her own home. This man I say, well, he never own him own. He may live with family and everything is alright. Must after being a part of the program, which is something he never did want to do, he must have them tell him say he must go do it. He must say no, it's almost like through the case done, they want to do the man and say, alright, go back home, go reintegrate back with society. But must say for too long, them have him live in a particular way. It kind of change, you know. Some people have mixed views, man. Normally, you know, you see scenarios like this presented to the public. People normally have mixed views. But tell me what you think. And with attorneys and the prosecution who are seeking a retrial of the Vybz Kartel matters, they can't rely on witnesses or farmer witnesses. I want to let them speak with some of these farmer witnesses and hear what them actually think. If they might actually even go. Because based on this individual, he sound frustrated. He sound fed up. It's like him questioning his decision to even be a part of the program. Not the decision to testify. So like he would already make up his mind to testify and stay away there. I just know say he must stay away there. But we never planned for him. I have to move from him, live and change on his whole life, and he probably never that think about it that way. But talk to me like I'm a strength of the youth in the new picture.
Government think with this corrupted system we have in Jamaica, the land we love. Them are going like Jamaica is Miss Goody to show off a country. No, we corrupt my blood clot. From the head to the toe corrupt. You see, that is why you never see a politician go prison yet. Because politicians look out for themselves. But when the government take an innocent youth and send him to prison for how much years and expect him to reform and rehabilitate, them turn the youth in a monster. Because Jamaica system don't spend the time to properly go through a case. For no say if a police or carry a personal vendetta against someone or some people or not. Them just rush case, judge case, and send man come to prison. That's Jamaica system. They don't give a fuck about us. So I'll give a fuck about them. Freedom, you know if blood clot free me. The entire world want see me. Send me come to prison misleading. Me never shoot nobody and me mean it. Them tamper the evidence reading. The corrupted system bleeding.
When you need, instead of to check out Vybz Kartel, when you need to check out when the drugs man friend them, where we soon all about the place with a power up and down and I drive up them car and I go to them yard and I collect payola from them. And then you need to check out some of the superiors who are also police officers who are also well-known druggists and drug smugglers, because as I said before, Jamaica is a small place, so nothing in our hide. So everybody know everybody business. So they need to check out on the superiors, a lot of them who are selling drugs, and they need to check out on the druggists friend them. And stop follow Vybz Kartel, because I'm unstoppable and I'm infallible.
And to be totally honest, the system really wanted me thrown away. It was never about me being charged for a murder. It was about getting rid of Vybz Kartel, not Adidja Palmer, the person.
Why do you say the system is out to get you?
Because they told us, they say we have too much influence. If you remember when Movado and I had that little feud a few years ago, we even went to King's house, which is like the home of the Prime Minister. And they were telling us that, oh, we're leading the kids astray, and if we don't stop what we're doing, we're not going to get any permission to do shows and stuff like that. So it has always been about the influence that
in prison without conviction, my people.
The issue of persons behind bars for decades without conviction is back under the spotlight. It comes after another mentally ill inmate was released by the courts after almost 42 years after being classified as being unfit to plea. Karen Simpson has the details.
Freedom at last for one inmate who has been detained since 1982. He was arrested and charged for murder but deemed unfit to plea based on medical information presented in court and therefore was kept in prison for almost 42 years.
You hear that, my people? Evidence presented in court to prove that this man is totally mentally ill, but yet still they proceed with and prosecute the man and have the man in prison for 42 years. Come on, man.
His name has been withheld due to the nature of the case. The man has been temporarily released to family members under strict instructions. Executive Director of Human Rights Group Stand Up for Jamaica, Carlo Galata, is reiterating calls for several elements to be considered when detaining mentally ill persons.
The major one is, according to our opinion, somebody which is mentally ill should not be detained, should be diverted to an institution where his disease is somehow cured. Put them in a prison does not make any sense because they are not fully aware of what they did.
She says
exactly. The man unaware of things that he did. So maybe the man even all do this thing because that's what them say. It's allegedly. You know what I mean? So I guess them don't have enough evidence to prove say him did it or not. I'm not sure about that side, but the fact still remains that this man is mentally ill, and it's also been proven in court during his trial, you know what I mean, and him still end up behind bars. But I think these people supposed to have these things in place, you know what I mean, for mentally ill people. As me I say, I think them figure out some type of psych ward or them type of things. I don't know. I don't have enough knowledge about this thing, but let's continue.
Specially trained officers should be assigned to these persons at these specialized institutions. Ms. Galata also believes that once mentally ill persons are in conflict with the law, they should have the right to reach the courts and be sentenced for the offense.
Those people that we are talking about since 5 years, they never had the possibility, the chance to have a fair trial.
She says they got lost in the system during the transition of the Governor General's portfolio over to the courts.
Lost in the system? What do you mean the people them get lost in the system?
Ms. Galata says it is challenging for those inmates who are eventually reintegrated into society, and therefore she's calling for compensation for these individuals.
Not all the families have the possibility to financially support treatment, cure, attention, etc. Therefore, the second step which I want to introduce here today is all those people are entitled to compensation, and compensation can be something which can